We stand upon the sacred ground of those who came before us. We honor and acknowledge the presence of their truth. Sacred names and sacred lands of those who came before us. Nanticoke, Piscataway, your nations are alive. Like an astronaut, blinded by a 100-watt sun, I went for the cheap shot. I done gone, went and forgot. Trying to be something I'm not, and hold up, I lost the plot. See, I was drawing on that beauty spot every night because I thought that I ought. Surprise, it ain't diddly squat. Just left me holed up in a parking lot. Alone and out of earshot, the kettle calling the pot. What? Only silence, tongue tied up in knots. But in that dry rot, I heard the flash of a dash and a dot. An SOS, yes, singing back to me from a previous Camelot. Come home, astronaut. Now the world's not blue, it's cobalt. The world's not beige, it's apricot. I'm so cool and white hot. I write to a beat and a bass and an emotional snapshot. An infinite galaxy caught right here for your ears in this big bang of a thought. You see, the work is not what we've been taught. The work is to learn to want what we've got. So here I come down to earth. Here I come, I know what I'm worth. A motherfucking jackpot. This here is my landing spot. I put the breath mints in my pocket. I knew that you'd been drinking. You pushed me hard on the bed in the dark. I couldn't tell what you were thinking. Go along to get along, that's just what I do. Get this over quick so I can get out from under you. Turn my head so I see into the future. It looks like the light in the hall. You think it's funny, but I'm not laughing. You don't notice me at all. Go along to get along, that's just what I do. Get this over quick so I can get out from under you. Go along to get along, that's just what I do. Get this over quick so I can get out from under you. See nothing, bright blue babies used to turn something on, but now it's gone. You could be anyone lying on top of me and I'm done. Go along to get along, that's just what I do. Get this over quick so I can get out from under you. Go along to get along, that's just what I do. Get this over quick so I can get out from under you. I'm not dead, but this ain't living. Change the sheets, write a better song. I took the mints out from my pocket, freshen up, and then move on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, it's so nice to be back here in Easton. I've been coming to Easton and playing for more than 20 years in all the variations of Nightcat. And if you remember Nightcat. And yeah. And I've been to the Avalon before, and I actually grew up in Fredericksburg, so like the other side of the bay and down. So this is just an area that I love to come back to, feel very comfortable coming back to. And like Lauren said, this is a nice tent. I think you think we're kidding, but we're not kidding. It's a really nice tent. It's a really nice tent. One more hand, please, for Lauren Balthrop and her beautiful opening set. So I'm here tonight celebrating the release of my 11th album. It's called Kiss Off Kiss. And I had a really brief, intimate relationship a few years ago that was like 4 dates, and then it was over. And then once the pandemic started and I had some time on my hands, I was like, well, maybe I should process that. And I decided to see how many songs I could get out of 4 dates. I got 13, right? 13 songs from 4 dates, pretty good. So that's what you're gonna hear tonight. You're gonna hear the story of those 4 dates and that relationship. And I just wanna let you know that there's gonna be some cussing. When you get the album, on the front of it, it's got a little warning label. It says, playfulness advisory, explicit on purpose, right? So as long as you understand that that's the spirit that we're entering into this. Lauren already broke the ice with you, so I know that y'all can laugh at cuss words and understand where they're coming from. So just be ready, because this song has a lot of them. Today, I could have been having sex with you. We could have got busy in each other's company. It sure would have been nice to have sex with you, but it wasn't worth the price to be your accessory. The day we could have been having sex was bright, and I barely slept the night, dreaming of our sex to be. I drove with a heart on just for you, until your text came through at 10:22. When I make time for you, it's a fucking gift that you can't buy in any store, so you better be grateful. A lot of people, they want this fucking gift, but I tell them they're not rich enough for a spot on my calendar. You, I decided, could have sex with me, and you were careful, which I appreciate. I enjoyed the 4 dates when we had sex all night, and it felt right to open my heart and my planner and anticipate and wait and wait. When I make time for you, but it's a fucking gift that you can't buy in any store, so you better be grateful. Whoa, fuck you for breaking my heart. Fuck me for letting it happen. That's my part. Everybody sing. Fuck me for letting it happen. Fuck me for letting it happen. Fuck me for letting it happen. Today you could have been having sex with me. Instead you threw it away for some friends and some extra sleep. Thank you very much. Well, maybe y'all are familiar with the great singer-songwriter Lori McKenna. Perhaps you are. If you're not, go check her out. She writes incredible songs. She's an old friend of mine, and she writes with all these like big country names now. But I was still able to go over to her house like right before the Pando started and to write a song with her. And so we kind of shot the shit for like 2.5, 3 hours. And then in about 40 minutes, we wrote this song. I guess I've gotten on off hard. I'm in for good or I give up until you get a space or a kiss. You don't know when which one you're with. My heart is like a line in the sand. You're never landing on the middle of it. It's either gonna sink or swim. It's either gonna feel everything or feel nothing. Nothing when I hear your name. When I'm gone, you'll never get me back again. It's gonna stop or start my on-off heart. I'm head over heels or not. I'm freezing cold, a paradise hot. It's either I believe or I don't. I'm all in, or I feel nothing. Nothing when I hear your name. When I'm gone, you'll never get me back again. It's gonna stop or start my on-off heart. The thing about an off heart, it thinks it's so alone. Don't like a small talk, it needs a lightning strike to hit it right, to make it turn back on. I guess I've got it on-off hard. When I said I loved you, it was racing hard. And when I said I'm leaving, that was the space between the beating. Thank you very much. Writing these kind of intimate, explicit songs is new to me, and I'm actually like quite a shy person, and I'm not sure why I have this job, but I'm usually quite shy. And earlier this summer, as I was preparing to like figure out how to play these songs for the world, I was trying to. I basically like asked my first audience in the pandemic. I was like, help. And someone in the audience raised their hand, and they were like, Erin, look, you're shy, but the songs are not, right? And that really helps me. So here's a not shy song about making eyes at someone at a show. I did it all for the business of show. Hair and makeup, you were the blonde in the front of the row. Lips all played up. Under a spell that night of the spotlight's glare on me, yeah. Every line from my lip, every note from my hand was for you only. Now what the sounds and singing began felt so holy. The heat of your eyes on me was all I needed to fly. Ooh, 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 ooh. west and far away. After the set in the lobby, I spied your leather jacket. I rushed through the crowd to the end of the line just so I could grab it. Ooh, then our wires touched, cheeks wet and blush, heartbeats rushing with desire, with desire, with desire. We do it all for the glitter and shine, those magic moments, the gift and the curse of the business of show. There's no difference.
Thank you very much. We're about halfway through the 4 dates at this point. Did anyone here grow up Catholic? I know, it's like, yeah. Right, it's a little bit of a mixed feeling, yes. I grew up Catholic. And those of you that grew up Catholic will perhaps be familiar with a litany, right? So we are gonna do a litany together tonight under the tent. And so I'm gonna, this is the way it works is like every other litany. I'm gonna give you a phrase and you're just gonna repeat it back to me. So tonight, we are going to do this phrase. Let's practice. Lord, hear our prayer. You sound skeptical. Let me talk to you about this. Listen, Lord can mean whatever you want it to mean, right? So it could be Lord Jesus Christ, who saves some of us. Or it could be like Lord of the demons, Lord of the underworld, whatever you're into, right? Or it could be Lord, the New Zealand singer-songwriter. Or if you're into shopping, it could be Lord and Taylor, right? Or if you're like me, it could be Audrey, our radical poet, right? So any Lord that makes you comfortable, a Lord of your own design, as you were. So perhaps we can be a little more enthusiastic now. Lord, hear our prayer. For you who never lied to me, for you who began with buyer beware to me, Lord, hear our prayer. For you, my conspirator, you who only you knew me by my nom de guerre, call me by my secret cares, Lord, hear our prayer. For the pair of us, walking, arms twist tight, seaside nights in that gay town square, for you who broke my heart before I was aware, I swear, but there you were so rare with your blue eyes and blonde hair, Lord, hear our prayer. For before second best was too much to bear, rearranging deck chairs on that sinking bedstead, thinking, for when I was finally awake, would I dare? Lord, hear our prayer. For the blankness of your stare, for how I couldn't get beneath some layer, it scared me shitless that I could care this much. Lord, hear our prayer. For all that millionaire, solitaire, laissez-faire, this price of repair. For all the writers who fucked me, thinking they'd write something, they'd get lucky. For me, the first to strike. Now, does it feel fair? Lord, hear our prayer. For the world is a wheel. The wheel is a world. A wheel in a world in the middle of the air. Lord, hear our prayer. For all this mess, all this, will you grant us the blessing? All this, for someone so brief a narrator, mercy for that minor character. Lord, hear our prayer. Lord, hear our prayer. Lord, hear our prayer. I never look for love, but still it comes to kill. Open my locks, doing its dirt at will. So when you came for me, you were the big surprise. Over my shoulder, out of the corner of my eye,
dance, a slow pantomime, a duet, a vignette, details of the crime. You were a fragrant wind, blow through my dusty vault. Seasons of sex, leaving a smell of salt. Summer fades into the winter time. Still a sweat of regret, details of the crime. Ripped from the pages of some cheap detective novels, or from a mini-series mystery of the week. A trail of evidence so evidently obvious. How dare we speak? I know myself, I know my modus operandi. I solve the case before the caper becomes clear. Who is the victim of my many misdemeanors? I volunteer. Beyond logic, but no internal rhyme. What we will forget of the threat, details of the crime. Ah, 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 details of the crime. I never look for love, but still it comes to kill. Open my locks, do with me what you will.
Thank you very much. For a bunch of years now, I've been in a songwriting group, a weekly songwriting group. And the way it works is like this, is our leader, a songwriter called Matt the Electrician, who some of you might know. He writes incredible songs, and you should see his electrical work. He leads our group, and he sends a prompt on every Sunday. And we have till Friday midnight, our time, to use that prompt in a song. And there's probably like 15 or 16 of us, and I've been in it since 2014. And the prompts are like, sometimes they're really hard, but you can't like change the tense of the verb, you can't change the plural, you have to use it like exactly as is. It doesn't have to be the title of the song, doesn't have to be the first line of the song, but you gotta use it. And the whole idea is like kind of like just to keep writing songs, right? You don't have to write good songs. In fact, it's just better to like write something quick and turn it in and keep moving on. So if you do it for a bunch of weeks, what you end up with is a pile of like pretty shitty songs, right? But then what I like to do is go in that pile of shitty songs and see if there's some that can be made like a little less shitty, right? And then they turn into songs that you hear, you know, in this show. Right? So my 2016 album, According to Us, my 2017 album, Mirrors Break Back, much of Kiss Off Kiss comes from this songwriting group. And so if you go look at the last several records of my songwriting group compatriots, who include Glenn Phillips of Toad the Wet Sprocket, Natalia Zuckerman, Chris Delmhorst, Matt the Electrician, Devin Sproul, if you go back and look at our records, you're gonna find some phrases in common. So that's your little detective work for you. But I thought it'd be fun to just play you one of the shitty ones, right? Are we cool with that? Yeah, why not, right? We're in a tent. It's a parking lot, right? I have played a lot of parking lot shows in COVID. I'm saying I'm grateful, right? Never thought I'd say it, but I'm grateful. Okay, so the prompt for this one was styles of deadpan. I know, right? Wow. Like, what are you going to do with that? You want a taste of the classic straight man, dead like a fish, or else I can stand stock still without a smile or a smirk while I keep my eyes alive. Or do you want a glimpse of a second banana, second fiddle, gonna make you wanna stick with the bit till you're red in the face? Bet you can't make me crack. Try me, see how much I take. Try me, well, you'll never get me to break. Let me get my suit fresh pressed with the creases, and a condescending manner guaranteed to please you. Ready with a hump or an arched eyebrow, tee it up how you like. Try me, see how much I take. Try me, well, you'll never get me to break. Knock, knock. Turn up the volume, I love this song. Teamwork, well, you needed me like I need you to. Teamwork, forever and a day our double act rings true. Forever and a day our double act rings true. Now we're standing backstage with a menu of choices, and you're trying out all your silly voices. We're gonna kill it tonight like vaudevillians with our styles of deadpan. Styles of deadpan. Styles of deadpan. All right, well, some of y'all know that for the last, from 2011 to 2018, I was writing a musical. And it's a musical called Miss You Like Hell. And we were so pleased to have it open off Broadway in 2018. And then it was at Baltimore Center Stage in 2019, which was really, really exciting. The fall of 2019, just before the pandemic, Baltimore Center Stage did a beautiful production of it. And then right after that, Olney Theater Center did a lovely production of it, so somewhere close to this area. And I'm just gonna take one moment and do a slight brag, which is that Sonia Sotomayor did come see our Baltimore Center Stage production, which was like, it's a really great honor to have her there. So I want to play you a couple of songs from Miss You Like Hell. I don't get to do this very often, so I wanted to do that for you tonight. Just to give you a quick summary of it. It's Miss You Like Hell is the story of a mother and a daughter who take a road trip together across the country. Mom, Beatriz, has been estranged from daughter Olivia in a bitter custody situation after a divorce, and they are trying to sort of put their relationship back together. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to solve anything with your mom in a closed space like a car, but drama ensues. Right, so that's the premise of the musical. Now, there's a few other details that are important. One is that Beatriz is undocumented. She's in a citizenship process. She's been in the United States for a long time, but she is undocumented. And as they're driving across the country, she gets pulled over. She has a broken tail light. She gets pulled over. And when we first started writing this musical in 2011, right, I don't think there was the same awareness that we have now of what can go wrong in an interaction like that. And it was heartbreaking for us to see that become such a well-known thing, but it also sets up our musical in a different light. So Beatriz is by the side of the road, pulled over. She has not told her daughter that she is undocumented. She did not feel it was something her daughter needed to know, but now she needs to know. because her safety is at stake. So this song I'm going to sing you is the song that Beatriz sings to her 16-year-old daughter, Olivia, to let her know what it's like to have been undocumented.
Wake with the sun looking over my shoulder. World's getting warm, but inside I'm cold or I'm close. I'm just one slip away. I've gone to work looking over my shoulder. Days in and out, looking over my shoulder like a good soldier, never knowing when the bombs will fall. 18 years when I came to land here with an open heart over shifting sand. You don't understand, looking over your shoulder, how unsteady I stand. Oh, my dearest daughter, these are fears. Thank God you'll never know. A stranger at home looking over my shoulder. For every 2 steps back, only 1 step forward, treading water and waiting for the tide to rise. Everything that I've freely given, a model of a model citizen. Bit by bit, each little ambition, you build up a place, you make a tradition. Why tear down the house that you live in? Hand on my heart, looking over my shoulder. Is this where I land, or will I always be holding out for a place never my own? You don't know if you'll ever hold her. The distance of love is the cruelest of borders. And if I leave, looking over my shoulder and wave goodbye, looking over my shoulder, I'm close. I'm just one slip away. I'm just one slip away. I'm just one.
Thank you very much. Well, through the help of some kind strangers, courageous neighbors, beautiful Americans, Beatriz and Olivia are able to continue their journey. And they find themselves continuing to head west, and they're heading towards Yellowstone National Park, which I might add, in our musical, there is a delicious slow jam about Yellowstone National Park. I suggest you look up our cast album and check it out, because it's really quite fun. Don't you think Yellowstone National Park deserves a slow jam? That's what I'm saying. So, Beatriz and Olivia are heading west, and because of Beatriz's documentation situation, she no longer is driving, so she has given the wheel to Olivia. Now, if you think of when you were 16 and you were starting to drive for the first time, the exhilaration of that, right? That's where Olivia is right now. She's someone who she's a wonderful reader, she's a great writer, she lives a lot in her head, though, and is pretty anxious. And here on this trip, she's starting to break out of her shell some, right? Her mom is starting to rub off on her. She's starting to see the world and want to be in it. And this is the song that she sings.
Monarch butterflies take the A train. Moby Dick swims the Great Plains. roads. Kitty Hawk decides to bike it. The world is upside down and I like it. I used to read to escape, to be anywhere but here. Now I'm here. I used to read to run away so I could disappear. Now I'm here. Here I am, here we are, present tense, sky and stars. Wild West robbers cross the Delaware, hitch to the Gulf Stream waters with Rogers and Astaire, passing the Donner Party drive-through, cross the Rockies on the Chattanooga choo-choo. Rosa Parks rafts the Mississippi, herds of Dust Bowl tractors finally riding free, transatlantic Cherokee trailing as Sitting Bull is gone again to Graceland. I used to read to escape, to be anywhere but here. Now I'm here. I used to read to run away so I could disappear. How I'm here. Here I am, here we are, here I am, here we are, present tense, sky and stars. A miraculous, glittering asphalt rodeo, two yellow lines stretched out in stereo. The curve of the earth holds up barrio. The difficult, the mythical, the derelict American road. Lewis and Clark joined the Jode family air show. Frisco streetcars scramble to San Antonio. Feel the wind against my palm. Feel the future open up with my mom. I used to read to escape, to be anywhere but here. Now I'm here. I used to read to run away so I could disappear. Now I'm here. Here I am, here we are, here I am, here we are, here I am, here we are, monarch butterflies.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we were very lucky to get to make a cast album. We were also lucky to have the script published as a book. So I brought you that tonight, along with other books and some vinyl, of course, and the new album, as well as over there. So come check it out at the mall afterwards and get a flu shot. I'm gonna take a request from you, and then my friends are gonna get up and join me. What was that? Oh, okay, okay, great. Man, that is not what I thought someone was gonna say. Wow, okay, I literally haven't played this song in 18 months. But I'm gonna get the internet to help me, possibly. It's, if you want to pull the lyrics up on your phone, in case I stumble, yeah? Well, whoever asked for it. All right. This is a song called The Jailer. And I wrote it after a trip to, it's just actually a beautiful segue, good segue. I wrote it after a trip that I took to the US-Mexico border in a town called Nogales, which is Nogales, Arizona, Nogales, Mexico, split by the border that we spent so many years hearing so much about. I took this trip in 2012. And we were there with some local folks looking at it, and I had expected it to be like a solid concrete wall kind of thing in the desert, and I was very surprised. We're so familiar with the iconography now, but I was very surprised then to see that it's, you know, a series of posts set into the desert that way. And I asked the local person, I said, well, why is it that it's like, that doesn't seem like totally secure, because I could go right up to it and like hand a letter to it, or had an apple through it, or you see these pictures of people touching fingers through it. So why is it like that? And the local person let me know that it's so that water can pass back and forth, right? If you make a solid wall in the desert like that, there's all these drainage issues, right? So I was really struck by that image of water being able to pass through, something so natural as water not being able to pass through, but something so equally natural as people not being able to pass through.
Break my back and tie my hands, send me to the jailer. For every man that jailer keeps, his soul is getting darker. The jailer rules a stolen land, king of wicked treasure. Try to cross him if you can, scar across the desert. In his secret heart, the jailer knows how like he is his prisoner. Though he sleeps on finest sheets, his dreams will make him nervous. You can't keep us out, you can't keep us out, you can't keep us out, you can't keep us out. Try to stop a water, try to stop a fire, try to stop a people.
What happens next? Okay, good. I think I got it.
Fearing this, the jailer locks a fist around his power. Never mind when doubt creeps in, a sound over his shoulder. You can't keep us out, you can't keep us out, you can't keep us out, you can't keep us out. Try to stop a water, try to stop a fire, try to stop a culture. But now B's gonna bake a honey cake, Wolf's gonna eat the weakest. Oh man. It's just, I thought I had it. Are you guys into this? Good, me too. Bee's gonna bake a honey cake, Wolf's gonna eat the weakest. The nature of a jailer is to do just what he pleases. But when we hang another man, part of us dies with him. Lock your soul up piece by piece. Tell me what is justice, tell me what is justice, tell me what is just. You can't keep us out, you can't keep us out, you can't keep us out, you can't keep us out. Try to stop a water, try to stop a fire, try to stop a culture.
Thank you very much. Please welcome back to this stage Lauren Balthrop and James Paul Mitchell. What are you talking? Oh my God! It's my birthday yesterday, and these are these incredible like cardamom buns.
Yes, we made them this morning.
They're oh my God, this is gonna be perfect for the ride home. Thank you.
But not right now.
Oh, I have to keep working, right? The job's not over yet. Okay. Listen, that was really fun. Thank you for asking for that song, and now y'all know that I'm not lip syncing. I know you were thinking that was probably what was happening. It's been really fun to be with these folks. We played together last week, and then they came and stayed at my place in Massachusetts for a couple of days, and we just had a great time. I'm sad this is over. We're gonna sing you these two last songs together. This first one is a blessing for you that we put in the tent. The queer gospel. Love us as we are. See us and we're holy. In this shall ever be holy ourselves. Your love will take us far. Praise us and we'll show you from heaven to the glory holes, glorious and free. Names depraved, lost and singing, would rather bathe us in shame. But we put the sin in sincere, we put the do in the doubt. We are perfectly clear, we are perfectly out. Love us as we are, see us and we're shall ever be holy ourselves. Your love will take us far. Praise us and we'll show you from heaven to the glory holes, glorious and free. I believe in the ritual of lipstick, the sanctity of electric guitar, but it's cool, yeah. If you're not that Catholic, you can be whoever you are. Hey. Thank you very much. James Paul Mitchell on the guitar. All right, this is our last song for you. We just want to take a moment and thank everybody here, Ryan and Susie and everyone at the Avalon and the Avalon Foundation, like for having us and for making this amazing space. Thank you so much. And I want to thank all of you all for coming out tonight and being here to listen to music. This is the most people that I've played to on the tour because it's been inside shows and it's been really tough. And so this is just a real joy, and I'll carry this with me into next week's shows and beyond. So thank you very much. I mean, Easton, Maryland, man, who knew? We knew. So what's going to happen after this song is that we're going to put down our instruments and we're going to say thank you and we're going to bow. And then and these folks will say thank you and they'll go. But I'm not going to go anywhere because there's no place to go, right? So the dressing room is really quite far away. So we're going to pretend that I left and then that you called me back, okay? So that's what's going to happen after this song. It's our last song.
So get rowdy.
Get rowdy, right? So this is the title track, Kiss Off Kiss. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a kiss off. Kiss off. Kiss. A little dot of danger with your genius. You wanna kiss off. Kiss off. Kiss. Was it a wave of a hello, a goodbye? It looks the same to the outside eye. That night on the corner, waiting on the red light. Who kissed who first? Don't know who or why. 1, 2. This is a kiss off. Kiss off. Kiss. A little ray of sun in with your secrets. This is a kiss off. Kiss off. Kiss. Was it the bliss of your sexual technique, or just your fist landing on my cheek? I wanna give you the finger, or give you a finger. I'm doubled up in the double speed. This is a kiss off. Kiss off. Kiss. A little bit of sour with your sweetness. A little gray area's my weakness. Kiss off. Kiss. Kissy, kissy, piss off. Kiss my ass and kick off. Steal a kiss, won't kiss and tell. Kiss of death, kiss bad, kiss the ring and then make up what kind of kiss I can't tell. Air kiss, betrayed by a quick kiss. She's such a good kisser, got me right in the kisser. Can you tell I still wanna kiss her? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in the doorway, heart hanging on my sleeve. I'm gonna run before you kiss off me. This is a kiss off. Kiss off. Kiss. They only look like angels with some demons. You wanna kiss off. Kiss off. Kiss. I won't lie to you, you know me and I need this. A little gray area's my weakness. James Paul Mitchell, Lauren Balthrop. I'm Erin McKeown. Thank y'all so very much. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Would you like one more? Oh my God, thank you so much. Please be seated. I was making the long drive down from Massachusetts to start the tour, and I saw a few billboards on the side of the highway that were frankly upsetting, that said something along the lines of like, you know, do you hate your pandemic body? Or lose that Pando 15, like that kind of thing. And I was so frustrated by that. We already get enough of that, right? And especially for people that were socialized and born female, like we get enough of that already. And now you have to add like the pandemic, as if the pandemic was not hard enough, right? You're gonna add that to it. And it just feels so oppressive to me, frankly, that this like conversation is happening all the time. And, you know, I mostly think I'm doing pretty well with it, right? Like I try to eat healthy, I try to exercise, I try to keep all of that in moderation. I try not to think about it too much. You know, thank you, Oprah, live my best life, et cetera, et cetera. But every once in a while, you know, and it feels like I've created like a kind of a bubble, right? When things are going well, I've created like a bubble where none of those messages get in there. And, but this thing happens where like every once in a while I'm walking around and I'll catch a glimpse of myself in a reflective surface. And it feels like all of that work just disappears, right? Can I get an amen if you've had that feeling? You're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling like, you know, funky and frosty and awesome, and then you walk by a store window and you just catch this glimpse of yourself, or you walk by like a car mirror or something, and then you just think, oh shit, I'm XYZ, and you start to feel bad about yourself. I call that experience mirrors break back. So fragile a delicate flame that burns out, so fleeting in nature love for myself. One look, I'm full of cracks, mirrors break back. Back and forth between faith and doubt, the stage and the shadow, the spring and the fall, the constant swing of it all gets me down, down. Still that merry-go-round finds a way to come round so I can get up again. Amen. Tell me, do you feel the same way when mirrors break back, woo, break back? I never had a model, I only had a mother who compared ourselves to others, always another and another. I was taught to think, the bitch takes up space, the witch gets burned at the stake. This history deceives me, leaves me vulnerable to attack. Mirrors break back, ooh, break back. Mirrors break back, ooh, break back. It's true. Sometimes I do think I'm beautiful. With strong hands and wrists, pulling on strings, raising fists, and when I shatter the glass, punch that ceiling, it feels like we can all break through. But then you turn around and it turns on you. All of us know this realness too. We feel the same lows in our tight clothes, but at least we're less alone when those mirrors break back, ooh, break back. Mirrors break back, ooh, break back. For every action, there's the equal and opposite action. For every confident step, there is the backstab of fear. Backslash, backslide, slide, step into the negative. The president, you are all wrong. The patriarchy is strong, and its biggest weapon hangs in your house, saying, you better check yourself. You better check yourself. Too late, straight to my heart, it's cardiac. Mirrors break back, ooh, break back. Mirrors break back, ooh, break back, yeah. For every action, there is an equal and opposite action. For every hateful look, I will close my eyes and picture a fire, an endless choir until I will not believe what I see when the mirror is trying to break me. I will look up. I will look out. How about I meet your eyes, and in that rhapsodic deed, mirrors break, ooh, break. That's the seed. You are all the reflection I need.